What's up YouTube? My name is Sergio. I run an SMMA. I am recording this video out of nothing. I just thought I'm gonna record a video because as you guys know, I haven't shared any information in YouTube in the last I think 2 months, and it was an excuse of me always trying to work in my agency. But I just sat there and I thought, because if I keep just not sharing things because I'm not thinking of me, I'm the best version of myself right now, when I'm gonna be right. So if I share a YouTube video about X topic, probably next year I'm gonna say, hey, here not gonna we talk about why you're still getting stuck at 3K per month and not being able to get to 10K per month. But now I'm about to speak about how to get from 50 to 100K, because I'm gonna be a guy that it's already 100K per month, right? So let's get straight to the point. I've been stuck in different positions in SMMA in terms of monthly recurring revenue, and at the end I'm gonna say why you shouldn't focus on monthly recurring revenue. That's something interesting. Sometimes it matters, sometimes it doesn't. So I have been stuck in 1K for, I think I was stuck in 1K, below 1K per month for like a year, I think, yeah. From 2 to 3K per month in like 3 months, then from 5 to 7 stuck at 3 months, and then from 15 to 20 stuck for like 2 months, and now I'm getting scale up to 30K. So what I'm trying to say is that you're gonna feel those setbacks, and the only reason how you get forward is progressing very fast. So let's talk about, I would say, 5 or 6 topics here in this YouTube video about why you are still stuck at those 3K per month, 4K per month, 5K per month, which is the version of yourselves that are getting results in SMMA, but you are not in the position of a 10K per month, 20K per month, 50K per month, right? So I'm not at that point yet, but I share my knowledge of what I have seen from me, what I have seen from other entrepreneurs in this space, even though it's SMMA or dropshipping or whatever. So, and the first topic I want to run is the operator mindset versus the owner mindset. So I'm not gonna talk bullshit about you are the CEO, you gotta hire. But yeah, you gotta hire the right people at the right time, because operators do tasks, business owners run agencies, run systems, hire people, fire people. That's something very interesting. And you gotta delegate in the right way and the right time. How you do it, in my opinion, I've seen there's 2 ways of hiring: when you need extra hands and when you need better people. But keep this in mind, when you're just starting, you will not find better people because you're not at that point yet. For example, I always wanted to hire a closer to get free of sales calls, but someone explained to me that I cannot hire a closer for a 10K, a 20K per month revenue in an agency if that closer is gonna be making 2K. I want the closer who is very good, and most closers are very good. I'm making more than 5K a month in commissions. So if I'm not at that point, how can I hire a better closer than me if I do not have everything to provide that guy? Or I just take it like a chicken and just raise it and be the best closer, but that's gonna take time and that's gonna take a lot of effort. You gotta hire the best way for hiring the right people. You're gonna hire at a certain amount of time in your SMMA space in your career. At the beginning, probably you're gonna hire by just running out of hands. If it's a question for me, when is the perfect moment to hire? I do not know. It depends on you. When you feel the right time to delegate, don't be like, I don't want to get delegate because I don't want to waste more money. That's for the second topic. In that case, just try to hire people when you know something, when you know appointment setting for the clients. Just hire people, because that's gonna save a lot of time, right? Then you're running the campaigns, ads, Facebook campaigns, TikTok campaigns for, let's say, 4 or 5 clients. It's performing, yes. You know how to do it, yes. You can hire, because you will hire not very good people. You're hired because you're running out of hands. Then at a certain point, you're gonna hire better people than you, and that's the people you want in your agency, A players. In my career, I think I hired an appointment setter for the client, then I hired a media buyer, Then I hire appointment setters B2B, a shit ton. I hire a system that didn't work, but then I hire another appointment setter B2B and a B2C at the same time. Then I close a lot. I get a lot of cash. Now I get it for full these clients. I hire a VA and a CSM, which is for me is the same position right now in my agency, and everything I have hiring the right way. I have 5 people in my team. When you're watching this and it's running perfectly, of course I will need better people right now, a better closer, but I need to get better at closing myself still. So everything's gonna progress at some point. So you at the future you're gonna want to hire better people than you. Second thing is everything changes. Yes, I'm reading some things that I have written here. The second thing is everything changes when you stop acting from scarcity. I'm not gonna talk shit about you don't need to talk or say a lot that you don't have money, X, Y, Z. I'm not talking about that bullshit. What I'm talking about is the decisions that you make as a business owner. You cannot think of a decision if you're thinking of a scarcity mindset. Most beginners never scale because they're scared of running out of ad spends. They're scared of running money to get more knowledge, get more mentors, and you're never gonna know until you try. That's the same thing you're asking for your clients. If you're asking your clients to spend money on you, it's because they believe in you and they believe in themselves. So, and when they make the decisions, they make a payment, a monthly payment, a paid in full. They are not thinking from the scarcity mindset. So why would you think from that mindset if you're asking your clients a different thing? You do not think in like investing, like having a team, hiring, delegating. You don't think it that way, and you're always gonna start at that point. 3K a month, I'm a freelancer. That's it. I have invested in different courses and different mentorship, especially in sales, and that's what got me from point A to point B. Why I keep progressing, because I do not having that scarcity mindset of like, hey, I will not put X amount of money on ad spends because I will run out of money. Bro, the ad spends gonna be the exact thing that's gonna get you off the ground. My agency exploding got off the ground when I stopped thinking about how much money I'm gonna be investing in ads. Oh, 40, 50, 60, 80, $100 per day. And then, but doing it wisely, don't do it like the wrong way. Don't be with the scarcity mindset on the payroll of your team. Pay your team correctly. If you want your team to perform, to be happy, you pay them correctly. Don't be greedy. Refunds. If you think from a scarcity mindset, I do not want to refund this client, it's because you don't think you can get more clients. So you're thinking from that scarcity mindset. So please don't do it. If you gotta refund a client because it's not happy or you didn't deliver the service, just don't do it. Of course, don't be silly and don't offer a refund if it doesn't apply for that client, because every client can fuck up, and that's normal in SMMA. But if you think you have made a bad decision, or you think this client hasn't got results because I didn't deliver, then fucking refund the money because you can get more. So that's it. The speed advantage. What is the speed advantage? When you're starting out, you control every part of your business. You are doing everything. You are trying to run everything, even though you have hired some people, the stage where I'm at. So if you try and do everything with speed, it's gonna be very, very productive. I'm not talking about working and not doing anything. For example, if I see my calendar right now, my timesheet, I've worked 10 hours and 41 minutes today. I'm still working because I'm recording this video. And what amount of work I've did today is a lot to get me to X results that what I want to get, right? I always think based on your results, how can you do it faster? Because when I discovered some other fuckers were doing not just by the money they were doing, because they were working more. If you work 6 hours a day, just track your time. If you work 5 hours a day, think about the people who are working 12 hours a day. They are almost working 3 times than they are making progress that you make in 3 years, they are making in 1. So always think about that. The competition is good. I'm always gonna say it's good, because if you don't have a role model, you will not know what is possible. What is the competition for a footballer starting out? Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah, if they didn't know Cristiano Ronaldo is that good, they will not have that as a role model. So always, also competition is very, very good to compare yourself. Speed is the biggest unfair advantage when you're small, and that's what I was trying to say. Okay, the gap mentality, the gap mentality. What I'm trying to say is there's a big gap between you and the person you want to be in the future. For example, in my case, when I sell to my leads, it's always about creating the biggest gap in the sale, where you are right now to where you want to get. They think they are close to getting to 100K per month, a realtor for example, or 50K per month, but they are at 8. They are very freaking like away of that goal. So think about yourself in that position. Just try to make that gap. Think like how I'm gonna be acting if I'm at that point. For example, if you, as I already said, if you're thinking from a scarcity mindset and thinking, hey, I will not pay this mentorship for X guy that is trying to tell me how to run my agencies. I know he can help me, but it's gonna be 4K, for example. Would you think you will be thinking that way when you're making 50K for a mentorship that's 4K? No, because now 4K, it's not about the monetary value. Is that now you have invested and you know what works, you know what doesn't, and you gotta try. When you do that, you will not think of a scarcity mindset. Now you're thinking like a business owner, not like a random guy that's still stuck at X amount per money. So you think the person who you want to be, who's making 100K per month, $1 million a month, is just scrolling on TikTok? No, he's not. So don't do actions that the 100K per month, the $1 million a month entrepreneur will be doing, right? Every daily action either closes the gap or widens it. Everyday action that you take can be getting you close to those results or getting you very far. I have seen entrepreneurs, I have seen SMMA owners who were getting to a certain amount of points, they went to the valley of despair and it all became shit. And it's based on your daily actions, not only on your business, but in your physical health, in your sleep. I know I'm not sleeping right now, I'm sleeping like fucking 6 hours. I'm recording this at 1 a.m. But it's work, and sometimes you gotta prioritize too. Because getting off the topic, being an entrepreneur is not about balance. It's about fucking working harder than everyone and the right vehicle. How I force myself to act like the version of me is not being rude to myself, not thinking in a bad way, but always analyzing it. Always analyzing the way I think, the way I do my actions, based on the person who I want to be. For example, a big thing that I want to disclaimer: you cannot have a big ego. And if you're watching this video, you cannot have a big ego in SMMA. That's gonna be the worst fuck up thing that you're gonna do in your whole business. When you have a big ego, you don't want to learn, you do not want to know what you did wrong, and if you don't iterate, I don't know the word in English, you will not make changes. If someone doesn't, besides yourself, like if someone doesn't tell you the mistakes and you don't see yourself in the mirror, you will never know what is going good and what is going right. So before this video, I have spent an hour reviewing a call that was very good call, in my opinion. My closer was telling me, hey, this is shit, we gotta correct X, we gotta correct Y. He was telling me everything, and he works for me. But the thing here that I'm trying to say is, like, if you do not get the feedback from other people and if you don't accept it, you're not a good business owner. Business owners, people who learn in business, are always hearing and staying quiet, even though it's not the best person, but every people have a different way of seeing things, and they will see the mistakes you're not even watching for yourself. And he thought of me, he said to me like, hey, you're doing this mistake, you're doing this, it's making this and I knew at the end of the call with my closer, I made a lot of mistakes that I didn't know I made it. So what helps me in correct and gives me feedback from myself, from him, to get better. And when you get better fast, as I said before, when you get better fast, when you learn, is when you get those results even faster. Because the reason I stuck at, for example, 7K, 5K per month for a long time, 3 months, it was because I wasn't learning too much. I need to consume a lot of information and act. That's how you progress very, very fast. So the fifth thing is the truth about mindset without system doesn't get you results. Have you thought of anyone who's always thinking about he will do X, he will be getting those results, he won't be doing that. But when you don't, you're not making progress. When you're not putting the effort, when you're not building things, you will not get anywhere. I'm not talking about systems. I'm not talking about systems talk about automations, about software, about AI, 11 labs, NAN, whatever. I'm talking about that. I'm talking about how you systemize your whole agency. You gotta have things very, very organized in financially and everything in terms of SOPs and everything. If you don't have the right systems, the right backend, the right operation, you will never succeed and you will stuck at a certain point. I've talked to many people that have texted me from these YouTube videos that, hey, how you can, I'm closing 20K per month, but I cannot deliver the best service, or I can close one client a day right now because I do not have the backend system for that. And if you don't have that, you will never scale to another position. So if you're watching this video and you're making like 20K, 30K a month, you know you gotta systemize things. You know you gotta do very things in a linear way to everything go by the process, step 1, step 2, step 3, and very, very fluent for you to not be in every part of the business trying to fill those holes. So the right mindset exactly doesn't build good results for your clients. You cannot be thinking, hey, my clients will get results, my client will get results because I'm putting X amount of effort. No, you gotta find ways for your clients to have good results. Find about Andromeda changes for meta ads. Find about how to create better ads, how to get better with your appointment setter to qualify those leads better, so send more amount of appointments. What I'm trying to say here is that you can always optimize the service delivery. It's never good. You think it's good because it's bringing as results. When you know it's insanely good, now you will be having you're more aggressive to sell because you know your product is the best. But mindset, as I said, mindset plus system is an exponential growth. So yes, as I said before, I'm reading this and I'm getting sleepy at this hour, it's 1 a.m. So the last thing that I want to say after those 5 topics, I have 4 things that will help you besides everything that I've said before here. So the first is very, very weird, but I've seen this, I saw this like a week ago, but it's very true and I want to share it with you guys. Think about the money you're making instead of monthly recurring revenue, the money that you made last month. Think about the yearly revenue, because sometimes you take step backs, sometimes you stuck at a certain point. In SMMA, if you're in SMMA right now, SMMA is very, very fast. You can make changes from right now and get results tomorrow when you do the right things. I can change something in my ads and get more results tomorrow. Yes, I can. I can switch my ads right now. Instead of giving me 7 appointments per day, I can have 11, 20 appointments per day with the same ads. You can change things very, very fast. But don't focus too much on monthly recurring revenue or monthly revenue, because it's sometimes you take a step back, sometimes it goes slow, sometimes there's a month where you go, when I remember when I got to 18K a month, next month I made 14. Why? And it depends solely on clients. I couldn't close more than 10 clients that I have closed, because now I gotta prepare on the back end system, hire the right people at the right time, and then getting back at closing, getting back at sales, getting more sales and getting bigger the team, getting more sales, getting better system, getting more sales, more money up front, letting me the ability to build a system with systems, with mentors, with hiring the right people, with the right payroll, and that's how you progress. So the second thing is go forward at the right pace and don't be greedy if you want to start a business. If you think, oh, I got to 10K a month, I got to 20K a month, next month do you think you can genuinely get to 50? Maybe you can, because it's a numbers game. You know it's a numbers game. You gotta have just double the work or double the efficiency and you will get to that point. But if you don't provide results, if you don't optimize things, if you don't have the right systems, you will not do shit, and your agency is gonna fall down very, very quick. Grow at the right pace when you know it, and you as a business owner knows your agency better than anyone else. So you got the feeling of when to go forward and when to take a step back for fixing something in the business. The faster you learn, you apply. The faster you learn, you apply. One of the mistakes that I was making is to stop learning and thinking everything was math and numbers. For example, if you got your closing rate to 10%, you close 1 out of 10 leads, and you close this month, you close 10 deals because you had 100 appointments that showed up. In your mind, numbers will be, okay, I want to double that amount, so I will make 200 calls to make 20 closes. Do you think you're getting better? No. You need to get better at your efficiency at doing things. So try to have more qualified people, or try to get better at your closing. So when you do that, you learn and you apply so much. It's not about numbers. I remember I was doing repetitions, more calls, and I wasn't even checking on those calls. I wasn't even taking a step back and saying, hey, what I did wrong. I was just taking the next one because I always thought I had more leads so I can close. And it's a numbers game. Yes, it is in sales, in cold calling, in ads, everything is a numbers games. But sometimes you gotta analyze what is behind those numbers games to optimize and get better efficient in the future. So the next thing I want to finish with is always put bigger goals than you think you can get. I remember the month where I was making like 6. Someone told me, hey, don't be thinking about 10. You're so traumatized about getting to 10. At the end, yes, it's a numbers. It's a number on the screen. I know it. But don't think about 10. Motherfucker said, think about 20. And I was like, holy shit. Like, how can I think about 20 if I'm not 10? So what happened? That month I failed. I didn't even get to 20. I stuck at 7. So it happened. The next month, guess what? I was at 7, I think, remember. I said to myself, I'm gonna get to fucking 20. I'm gonna get to 20 in my head. Where did I get? I didn't get to 12. I got to 18. What I'm trying to say, if you put bigger goals, sometimes you will not hit them at the right time when you want to do it. But think about this. Or let's say straight up in sales. You're in 5K month, let's say, for example, and you want to get to 10. Your objective is this month getting to 10. If you think you can get to 10, yeah, that's your objective. The objective, getting to 10. You put so much reality surfing, excess potential on getting to the 10K month that you maybe hit 7. And you will be like, oh fuck, I didn't hit it. But what happens if you put your mind beyond that and think, I'm gonna get to 20 as I did? Or for example, you're doing 20, you're doing 10, and what makes sense is 20K a month next month. But you want to get to 30, even though you haven't hit 20K. Do you think if you're thinking about 30K from making like 10K a month, you will hit what? You will hit probably like 24. Yes, you will not hit the amount of money, or let's say X result in this certain amount of time. But think about that. If you would have like thinking away, I want to get to 20, you will probably get to 14. So always put your goals in the next level. Right now, I want to get to fucking 50, or I'll put my goal in 60 for December. I probably hit 40, but it's okay because if I put in my mind 40, I will get it 20, 28, 30. So put your goals always beyond what you think it's possible. You know, us as entrepreneurs, we always think like we don't think, we act. So make decisions based on the bigger goal and risk yourself. Put all the risk on it. If it's time, if it's money, if it's sleep, if it's health, sometimes you need to put it that way. You need to put yourself down and work, because that's when you're gonna get the most amount of results in the best, in the fastest way possible. getting very, very, very fucking sleepy. I put my glasses on because I'm gonna sleep, but like I didn't want you guys to see my this. I don't know how it's say it on English, but I'm gonna get sleep. It's 1 a.m. So I hope this video finds you very, very well. I hope this is a lot of value for you. I'm gonna try to keep more sharing more YouTube videos from what I've seen, what I've said in the beginning. I'm never gonna run out of ideas. I'm always gonna be in the next step. And when I'm making X amount of money or being at these results, I'm gonna look back and say, hey, I at least provided the most amount of value I could at that time. So when I'm gonna hit another goal, you're probably gonna see this video again. How to get from 3 for a stack 5K per month in X business and get to 20, get to 10. Because now I'm gonna be thinking if a more mature business owner who have been in all different positions and ups and downs. So goodbye and see you next time.